Hi there, Patrick. Another set of essays from you. Let's see what you did here, okay? This is the one about about getting married and having birth in your 30s. Let's see what you said. Nowadays, people follow the present paradigm that to have children... All right, let's try it again. Nowadays, people follow the present paradigm to have children later in life, and this is increasing rapidly these days. Okay, so get rid of this. There are various reasons why they do it. Okay. The essay will discuss some benefits and drawbacks of it. I personally think that the trend has more advantages than drawbacks. I will justify my position by using argument and research from Harvard and real-time experience. All right, we've got to clean up some of the grammar here and just some of these choppy sentences. So there's no I don't want to say no cohesion, but there's very little in terms of cohesion, and some of the grammar is a little off, so I want to fix that right away. Nowadays, people follow the present paradigm to have children later in life, and this is increasing rapidly these days due to various reasons. This essay, no, let's get rid of this, okay? Then, I personally think that the trend has more advantages than drawbacks, and I will justify my position using arguments and research from Harvard and real-time experience. Just get rid of this sentence altogether. It doesn't help you at all. On the one hand, a large number of people has decided to have children in the later stage of their life. This is because many people realize that, no, you don't say upbringing, that raising children is not an easy task these days, and they want to settle. What do you mean they want to settle? You don't mean settle. You mean they want to settle down before becoming parents. Moreover, many people all right, you know what? This is really a statement that requires some illustration, okay? So you say that raising children is not an easy task and they want to settle down before they become parents. Okay, well, give me an example. What do you mean? Like, give me a for instance. Explain it, illustrate it, give me something. Moreover, many people prioritize studying and obtaining degrees from a reputable university rather than getting married at an early age. Okay, so what does that mean? What you're missing here is something like, as a result, they end up deciding to get married later than in the past, later than what was common in the past. Finally, people realize the cost of raising a child is quite expensive. Therefore, they prefer to have children when they are ready and financially able. Okay, so basically my feedback here, Patrick, is that this paragraph is really underdeveloped. You needed to give support. You had a couple of really nice ideas, but you didn't support them at all. You just kind of left them there. And that's not going to help you. So you have to develop it. Anytime you make a statement, you have to explain to the reader why you think this. Like, how do you demonstrate it? How do you illustrate it? How do you show an example of this? Okay? Otherwise, it's just unsupported arguments. Moving on. One of the positive sides of having children in the latter stage, you know what? I really hate to say that. I really cannot agree that your 30s is a latter stage. So let's not call it a latter stage, okay? Basically, it's just having children later. That's all. Latter stage is as if like the latter stage of your life is like towards the end of your life. So that's not what you mean. Your 30s is certainly not that. So you may just mean in a later stage, your 30s, okay? And you can use the word your 30s. All right, so let's try that paragraph again. One of the positive sides of having children at a later age is that both parents are mature and know more about parenting. They are more prepared mentally and physically, and therefore wiser, without the more, in raising their children. All right, how do you know that? Secondly, they are settled in terms of career and money, therefore they can provide better facilities to their children. Give me an example. Show it, illustrate it, give me some sort of support. Okay, you've got some great ideas, but there's nothing to help anchor your support. On the other hand, negative sides of having children at a later age is a health issue. Based on research from Harvard, it has been shown that the success rate of normal deliveries and healthy children are higher among young women rather than older women. In conclusion, it is true that more people prefer to have children later in life because they focus on their education and career. Having children in their later life has greater health risks. I personally believe that it is better to have babies in their late 20s or early 30s. Okay, so let's see. The question is it a positive or a negative development? You think, hold on a minute, check out what you said. You think that this trend has more advantages, so you support it. Here you talked about I guess, marriage? No, maybe not marriage. You know, I think that probably both I think you probably should have combined these two paragraphs together, and I absolutely think that this paragraph needed more development. So essentially, you need to stick to 4 paragraphs where you have an introduction, you have one paragraph talking about the positives of this trend, and another paragraph talking about the negatives of this trend. The negative side was so short, it's not even a paragraph. It's 2 sentences. And there were so many other things you could have said. Why didn't you talk about the negative aspect of getting married in your 30s rather than maybe in your later 20s? So that's something you should have developed, because the task doesn't ask you just about having babies, but it also talks about getting married, and you totally neglected that part, and that's going to cost you in terms of your task achievement. Some of the grammar is problematic. There were areas I couldn't understand. I had to reread them and so forth. And also there were some vocabulary problems as well with that latter stage, okay? So I need you to work on those a little bit. Let's take a look now at this rainfall one. The line graph compares the data of rainfall in England, Scotland, and Wales during the year 2018. Overall, it is clear that England had the highest amount of rainfall, while Wales showed the least amount of rainfall. Fine. In January 18, England and Scotland showed nearly similar quantities, IES, of rainfall, which was about 120 ml each. Both the countries showed an erratic pattern of rainfall in the entire year. The peak, you want PEAK. The peak for Scotland's '(s) rainfall was in March, while the peak for England's '(s) rainfall was in July, with nearly 130 ml. Similarly, the least quantity, you don't have to capitalize least, the least quantity of rainfall for Scotland and England were nearly 30 ml in February and 75 in June, respectively. Okay. Coming to the rainfall for Wales, it showed a gradual increased and decreased pattern during the first half of the year, reaching the peak, EAK again, I'm going to say it, in the month of July with almost 140 ml. This was the highest amount of rainfall as compared to England and Scotland. During the following month, an abrupt drop was noticed, which remained a plateau for the next 3 months with just under 50 ml. A sudden increase in rain was seen in November, which was slightly above 100 ml, but again, a drop, no EPPED, DROP is what you want, of rainfall was noticed, to almost the same level as the beginning of the year. All right, I really like this paragraph. The last paragraph read easily. I understood it. It was fine. I felt like this was a little underdeveloped. You could have said a little more, okay, because there was a lot of stuff happening with England and Scotland, and you neglected to mention some of the important things that were happening. And I liked your overview, so that was good. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this task 1. Could you have done a little bit more? Yeah, you could have. But now you'll get your chance to do it. You'll correct your essays, you'll return them to us, you'll add to your error correction list, and you'll send us another set. So go ahead and do that, and I want to wish you lots and lots of good luck, Patrick. Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.